welcome to Nobody's Listening. I should have said basically, Mara. So let me go ahead and introduce my crew because we've got some hellacious, amazing stories for you guys. So let's start with audio.
Alex Bowman Gregory.
And let's go to video.
James, taller than Joe Rogan Leach.
Really?
Yes.
Huh?
He's a little
Okay, moving on. So we've got some really cool stories for you. I'm actually really excited about this. Some of these especially the last one. So stick around. You're going to want to hear this if you're kind of a dweeb like myself.
You ready?
Yeah. So let's go ahead and do the first story. So the Batman Who Laughs miniseries. So this is for all you comic book nerds. I had that moment where I was like in the Stephen King movie for like a split second. It's like,
Hey, we're trying out for Comicstorian voice acting.
how's that going to work out? Oh, that reminds me. I have to give a little bit of a shout out to the Comicstorian. I want to thank him very much because without that 3-hour video, and yes, it is a 3-hour video, I would have no flipping clue as what is going on because I'm more of a Marvel fan, not a DC fan. Don't get me wrong. I love DC, love Batman, love Superman, yada, 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 especially Harley Quinn.
But did that not draw you in a little more to Batman?
It did. And actually, my roommate got really, really drawn in.
Hi, Rico.
Hi, Rico.
Yo, buddy.
But yeah.
I heard you were zombified in front of the TV.
Dude, he was like... he was just like glued to the television. Let's put a smile on that face.
Why so serious?
But anyway, so the Batman Who Laughs. Apparently, this is going to be a spinoff of Dark Knight Metal.
You want to give them a little backstory?
Actually, I was gonna let y'all guys go into that after I give a little
info.
So, okay. Yeah, a little prologue. So, Dark Knight Metal started in June 2017 until March 2018. 2018, basically, it was a monthly series. They would come out with one comic book a month, and it was unbelievably
Ain't that the truth?
dark.
It was,
and I loved it. Like, I fell in love with this series. If you haven't seen or read this series, or if go check out Comicstorian. Go watch this 3-hour
Comicstorian. Go check out Comicstorian.
It's a very well detailed 3-hour.
I fell in love with him like 2-3 years ago.
Yeah,
I love him. He's great. He's got me back into comic books.
Does he love
My
you?
audio needs adjusting.
I think your mouth needed adjusting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Get the dick out of your mouth, James. So it was 6 issues, but I was standing. I got corrected. Apparently, there was more. It was
when you count all the tie-ins.
Yeah, there was a lot of tie-ins to the series, but according to Wikipedia, there are only 6 issues of the actual series.
And by the time you count in all the separate Green Lantern, Flash, Superman,
it was all part of DC's rebirth.
Yeah.
Well,
which I'm loving, by the way.
Yeah.
The Dark Knight Metal was actually written by Scott Snyder.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Seriously,
Thank you
that
kindly.
was really good. But this new series is going to be done by Snyder and Jock, who actually, I had to look up who Jock was. I couldn't find Jock.
Really?
I couldn't figure out Jock at all.
Oh, wow.
Finally, I had enough, and I just put in Snyder and Jock and put it into Google, and I still couldn't find him. There was nothing about a Jock. I thought Jock was a last name, kind of like Snyder was.
Snyder.
And it turns out his real name is actually Mark Simpson, and he's a cartoonist.
Okay, so he's going to be doing the drawing.
Yeah, he's going to be the drawing for this.
Did he do any of the drawing on the originals, or do you know?
No, not that I know of, but I know that him and Snyder actually teamed up with the Black Mirror. And by the way, supposedly...
Old but dark.
Yeah, back in 2011, actually.
Yeah.
So supposedly the Black Mirror is going to be tied in with this series.
Okay, I need to get caught up on Black Mirror then.
Yeah, I do too. I actually have to go sit down.
Wonder if Comicstorian has covered that and saved me some time
look it
reading.
Up before I
Yes,
left.
he has.
He has.
Really?
Thank you, Comicstorian. Thank you, Benny.
How
I
long
love
is
you.
the video? Do you know?
Multiple parts.
Okay, so it's multiple parts. All right, that's fine.
Just make your own playlist.
About an hour and a half watching.
But I have to honestly say with the Dark Knight Metal, now I want to go ahead and put a little disclaimer out there. I've actually never read a Batman comic.
Ever? Not
Never.
even the Detective Comics from the grocery store when you were a kid.
No.
That was like 3 months past.
I don't know you anymore.
3 issues at
I'm
past.
sorry. I have read several Superman comics and Flash and Green Lantern. But
Okay, we'll
See,
let
Batman
you live.
actually
Batman.
read a couple of the Black Mirror.
Yeah.
And I went to Comicstorian to kind of get the fill in for everything else.
Yeah.
it is really difficult for us to actually put our hands on an actual comic book
Yeah.
in this area.
Yeah.
Our closest comic book shop
Hattiesburg.
is Hattiesburg.
Yeah, Hattiesburg.
And I've been to it, and it's really nice. But
They got a new one I got to check out.
Actually, the one I
Sweet.
like to go to is in Memphis, Tennessee, because my mom actually lives up there.
the
Hi,
one
Mom.
that the hippie run.
Yeah, the one that hit the hippie run. I got really excited, and I guess he couldn't understand why. I haven't been to a comic book shop since I was like freaking 8 to 11 years old, somewhere around in that vicinity. I went to Universal Studios, and they had that Marvel area, and they had Spider-Man up on the freaking wall. And of course, Spider-Man, me being a webhead, I'm like, ooh, and I wanted to go see what it was. It turned out to be a comic book shop, and that's actually where I got my very first comic book at, was actually Universal. So when I finally went to the shop in Memphis, and I went, oh my God, you have it. This guy decides to be an absolute D-bag and go, really? What do we got? And I started to laugh, and it was funny at first until he started making fun of my mom. That kind of made me want to bend him over the counter and screw his head up. Like, it was a little bit rough. He kind of went a little too far with my mom. My mom is not a comic book dweeb, okay? I'm sorry. Me, on the other hand, yeah, I get excited about it, but don't make fun of my mama. Don't make fun of mama. But anyway, so basically,
I just had that in my head of Man of Steel when he attacks him. He's like, you think you can threaten my mother?
Yeah, that's kind of how I felt. That's kind of how I felt, because he was kind of making fun of her, and I was like, all right, Mom, let's go.
See, I still remember, what was it, 10 years ago almost, I was living in Hattiesburg when they opened Southern Fried Comics downtown. And I still remember walking in when they were still filling the shelves for the first time.
Yeah. Are they still there?
They're still there.
Okay.
I'm so happy they're still there.
I think that's the one that I think that's the one I went to where I got
real nice one.
my copy. Yeah, it's real nice. I got my copy of Flashpoint Paradox.
Yeah, it's kind of like a corridor type building.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Right next to a record shop.
Actually, some of the best places for us, instead of going all the way to Hattiesburg, is actually to go to pawn shops, and pray to God they have them.
Yeah, pawn shops or flea markets.
Yeah, that's about the best chance we can get comic books. So we get excited.
And they're not
with
current
little stuff like
issues.
this. Yeah, they're never current issues.
They're at least 5 years old.
Which honestly, that does, and the thing is,
So thank you, Comicstorian.
Yeah,
Thank you,
really.
Benny. You purple-haired bastard. Does he still have purple hair?
no, not that I saw, not the video I saw. Anyway.
Okay, I haven't seen one in a while. I'd like to let him build up and then binge.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's actually cool. But anyway, moving on back to the main story that we were originally talking about, because we kind of went, the ball went that way, we went that way.
It was a nostalgia hit.
Yeah, it was one of those moments. So apparently they're going to add James Gordon Jr. from the Black Mirror series into this. So it's basically going to be Dark Knight Metal meets the Black Mirror. And it's going to be colliding in The Batman Who Laughs.
Ooh.
I don't know how to feel about this,
If
because
you've never seen the Black Mirror,
I've seen the cover art.
I just
but
know
I've never read it.
James Gordon Jr.'s not a good person.
as good as James Gordon is,
He's as bad.
his son is that bad.
I was just checking some
Like, he makes multiple death counts.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Like, him and the Joker could probably either make a great duo or a horrifying cataclysm.
Okay. I'll have to catch up on it.
Yeah, now I might have to watch it.
So if they're pulling him into this, I didn't think Batman Metal could get worse.
Well, I love the way that Snyder
So
actually
is he
better.
bad, like a bad cop, or is he just too
I don't know, he's
aggressive?
complete
Like
and
Punisher
utterly
style.
psychopath.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
There ain't no Punisher or nothing
So
like that. He's
so
a
it's not
psychopath.
like he's just really, really, really hard on the bad guys.
Bad guys. He goes after whoever he wants. He's a psychopath. He's a villain.
Okay, so he's
a villain.
The cheese is off the cracker.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a couple of sandwiches of a full anthill.
You know the old phrase, the apple didn't fall far from the tree?
This one rolled downhill
this
into the river.
apple was a pear 100 miles away.
Okay.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Moving on. But Snyder was actually quoted saying that the Joker Who Laughs is actually an apex predator.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Which
I watched Benny's interview with him.
Oh, really?
That's how I got caught up.
I actually read the article is what I read on it. I didn't see the video. Did you send the video?
I sent the video.
I didn't see it. I dug through all our stuff and it started going.
You know you've arrived as a YouTuber when you are actually able to interview someone who creates the content that you source from.
I wonder if we could get Superman on here. Think we can get Superman on here?
One day.
Yeah, maybe one day.
There is only one Superman, and his name is
Dean Cain.
That's right.
Dean Cain.
See, up until Batman Metal, though, I always thought Death of the Family was
brutal.
The most brutal. You know, I mean, he peeled his face off and all that wonderful
I remember
stuff.
seeing the art for that and going, "Oh my god!"
I've actually read them all.
I wanted to get the bust that was in that book in the bookstore.
I actually found those and read them before I actually saw anything Comicstorian did on it.
Really?
So I actually got to experience some of the original way, which
the proper way.
Was horrifying. I mean, between killing all of the GCPD, beating our favorite policeman to within an inch of his life, and
if you're aspiring to be
allegedly,
a cop, aspire to be Jim Gordon.
And allegedly cutting the faces off of everyone in the Bat family. You know, it's like, where do you go from here? And it's like someone went...
Which it turned out to be a red herring because he didn't actually...
Yeah, I wasn't going to say that on here. I mean, in case somebody decided
it's been a few years.
Yeah,
Spoiler
true.
alert.
Yeah, spoilers.
Yeah, but we're from Mississippi, and half of the people that, you know,
do
actually care about comics, but like
they
you said
know.
earlier, it's almost impossible to get a hold of.
It's like things have escalated, you know, the last laugh, Death of the Family.
Oh, Rico was flipping out. He was like, "This is a comic book?" I was like,
when
it is.
When Dark Knight's Metal got to the Joker who laughs.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew it was going to be bad, but it was...
All of them were pretty.
I have only seen, read, or watched a couple of things that I needed a palate cleanser afterwards, and this was one of those things. Baby Shark was a welcome tune in my house after that.
Baby Shark, do 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 do, Baby Shark, do 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 do, Baby Shark, do 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 do, Baby Shark.
Moving on.
So, I can't believe we just did that, and that was not planned. I want to point that out.
It's just more I can put in the meta tags.
I just wonder if they're going to make it even darker with the 60s.
Oh yeah, they're going to step it up. He's an apex predator in this. This is Batman.
Yeah. But I mean, he's going against Jim Gordon Jr. Or are they going to work together? Are they going to go against each other? Like
they will probably go against each other. I'm pretty sure.
Could you imagine that carnage?
We're talking about
just in Bat Metal though. You had the one that literally shoved himself into being one with the Flash.
Oh no, the one that got me was Cyborg.
Oh yeah,
where he rips his head and spine out, and I'm going. Oh, and that's what got Rico's attention, because I have my headphones on, not these, but the ones I have at home. I have my headphones on, and I'm watching it on my PlayStation, and Rico was on his phone, and he looks up and goes, "Is that Cyborg?" And I went, "Yeah." He's like, "Is he dead?" I was like, yeah. He was like, "Earphones off now."
It's like Alfred Protocol. It's like,
but you're talking about a Batman. All of the training, all of the skill,
all the knowledge,
none of the morality.
With the mindset of the Joker.
With the mindset of the Joker, zero morals.
Plus in a way.
Plus more psychotic if you...
Depending on which Joker
I mean, come on, what he did to Damian Wayne.
What he did to his own son.
Or how about the fact, I asked for this?
You know what? In a way,
it's like,
did anybody else feel like Raven was kind of the hero of Dark Knight Metal in a way?
Yeah. Yes.
Because I mean, she couldn't be turned. She is darkness, so it's kind of hard to turn something that's already evil.
It's almost as if her herself is actually from one of the negative universes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, actually, in a way,
her father is Satan.
In a sense.
In a sense, yes.
He is Satan. But it's one of those things where when I saw it and the you see the Teen Titans start to change, I'm going, Raven can't turn. There's no way they're going to allow Raven to turn.
No.
Luckily, they didn't, and that was really
was the turning point of the fight.
Yeah, that was literally that little bend that gave them the leeway.
Once again, thank you to the Teen Titans for saving the Justice League.
In a weird way, yeah.
Refresh my memory. Has Batman proper tied up with the Batman Who Laughs?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Did he do it in metal?
Yeah.
Okay, why not?
Actually,
why did that escape
see, this
me?
is something else I'm trying to figure out is how is he going to come back? So supposedly he's supposed to come back, but
there's going to be more to the origin of him. We know how he came to be, but there's going to be more detailed.
Yeah.
Oh, so, well,
there's going to be more detailed.
They made it sound in the interview article I read was that this is the continuance of.
Yeah.
Granted, they are going to go back.
They're going to go back
and
clean up the origin.
Because you watched it more recently than me and him. Didn't he actually in Batman Mantle break the Joker's neck?
Yes.
See,
but he also cut off his hand and he got shot.
But in the new one, from what I've read so far, the Joker actually walks in and there's actually a one of the black, my brain's glitching now. Thanks for passing the virus on, Kyle. But one of the Bat Who Laughs is actually headed to their universe. The Joker approaches him in the cave and actually says, there's only one way that we can beat him, and that is to have something as insane as him, and then breaks his own neck and exposes him to the same gas again.
Well, see, like, this is...
like another universe Batman.
Oh. So it's...
creating a laughing bat to fight a laughing
I'm going to go
bat.
ahead and say,
or at least that's the way I'm thinking it.
Spoiler alert on this one. You have to remember that Joker helped Batman fight. So it took Batman and Joker to fight the Batman Who Laughs. Yeah. And actually, with the way it happened was that he almost killed Batman by shooting Batman in the head. He was getting ready to pull the trigger. And he gets shot in the back by Joker's gun, and it has the bang flag hanging out of the back of him, which I thought was really funny, by the way. But yeah, that's how the whole fight kind of starts. And even Joker was like, so we're teaming up on this one, right? And he says, yeah, but this doesn't change anything. And then they end up going at him. They end up like cutting his fingers off, cutting his hand off. And if I remember correctly, he gets his neck broken. I cannot remember that 100% because it was like 5 o'clock in the morning and I hadn't slept yet.
Okay.
But if I remember correctly, I believe he broke his neck. But he also broke the Joker's neck to get infected, to become... It's weird. It's like one of those...
Right. I need to go back and rewatch it.
Yeah, it's very weird. If you haven't seen it, again, go check him out because that...
We're going to try to leave a link for this one.
Yeah, we definitely need a link for this one because this was one of those that was like, wow.
It's like by the time you're done with the 3 hours, it's like, I need to go watch some My Little Pony.
Yeah, you kind of get that way. It was like, let's go watch cute kitten videos on YouTube.
Yeah,
I'm gonna need it, or just play Baby Shark.
I made the mistake of watching it and then going to bed.
Yeah,
that was some weird dreams.
All right, so let's go ahead and go on to the next story.
On to the next one.
Do you think that this is going to be a good series? The Batman Who Laughs, anyway. Do you think this is going to be a good series? Comment down below. We'd love to hear from you. So, Marvel Netflix verse canceled. Oh,
or at least more and more shows as they go.
Well, they've gotten rid of 3. So,
what did they gotten rid of?
What they gotten rid of?
They got rid of.
So basically,
okay.
Daredevil, Luke Cage, and Iron Fist have been canceled. Now, Jessica Jones and Punisher apparently have. This is still kind of a rumor. Nobody say yay or nay on it. But they have been green-lighted to actually continue for their next season, whereas Jessica Jones, I think it's season 3, and Punisher is season 2.
Yeah.
So here's what's really going on that everybody's kind of really peeved about. They have canceled these 3 shows, Daredevil, Luke Cage, and Iron Fist. And apparently there was a clause inside of the contract in between Netflix and Marvel where...
they can't appear anywhere else for 2 years.
The characters themselves or the actors playing these characters?
The characters themselves.
So they can't even shoehorn them into the Marvel universe, cinematic universe.
No. Yeah. So basically
Marvel shot themselves in the foot on this one.
Yeah. Yeah, damn. They kind of handed everything over to Netflix, and that was a dumb idea, by the way.
Keep in mind, though, weren't those contracts done before the Disney buyout?
I think so.
No, they were done after the
buyout.
Disney
This is after the Disney buyout.
Disney buyout was
has been going on for a while now.
Yeah.
Damn you, Disney.
No, they've done great with it. Spider-Man's finally good.
I'll give him that one. Okay, I will give you that one, but that's as far as it goes.
You want to see Homecoming again?
I have it. But yeah, this is really hard because there's rumors that Jessica Jones after season 3 is going to be canceled, and there's rumors that Punisher after season 2, which I finally get a Punisher show, and the Punisher I really, really like, which name eludes me all of a sudden, because usually I know his name, so I didn't bother writing it down. But, yeah, I absolutely love this Punisher. Very well done. Feels very real. Yeah, they're talking about canceling these. And there's also another rumor going around. I know there's a lot of rumors to this one, but it's kind of all up in the air. That Disney Plus, that these shows want to move to Disney Plus or Hulu.
Probably going to be Hulu.
I would think Hulu.
I don't think Disney Plus is...
The way I understand they're planning it, because Disney actually, from what I understand, owns Hulu. Mm-hmm. And what they plan on doing is they're more family-friendly stuff. They're going to actually go to Disney Plus. Like all their movies, their cartoons, their series, stuff like that.
Whereas the action
and
film
then
stuff.
Hulu is going to have the more Family Guy, Simpsons.
Yeah. So why did they cancel them off of Netflix?
So far
they were good. They couldn't hold me because I like the team ups.
I'm not gonna lie. I loved all 3 of these. I actually really enjoyed these. Now, Iron Fist was a little slow, and Luke Cage was a little slow at the beginning for me. And Daredevil, kind of went straight for the action. That's something I absolutely loved about Daredevil.
I love the one-shot
fight scene inside of the hallway. That is epic.
That was really good. You don't see those one-shot fight scenes like that a lot.
Not done well anyway.
Right.
And he pulled it off amazingly. And it had the blind ninja look and just, that was so good. But if this actually happens and they actually do move, that means that we're not going to get a show until 2020 or 2021.
The Roaring 20s.
Basically, yeah.
Back in it.
I mean, again, there's not a lot to this story. I really wanted to talk about this. So what do you guys think? Do you guys think that this is actually going to happen? Do you think that they're actually going to jump to Disney or Hulu? Or do you think this is it?
Well, they can't do anything with them for 2 years anyway. So it'll probably, by that time, in 2 years, can change in 2 years.
Oh, yeah.
They could merge the streaming services.
Verve, Funimation.
Right.
Look at what they've done in 2 years.
2 years.
High Dive, Rooster Teeth.
Right. And DC's streaming service seems to be doing well. I enjoy it.
Yeah.
So they could do another streaming service that's solely for Marvel products.
No.
Even the direct to VHS Captain America that we all love.
Honest to God, wish more of these people would follow Verve's lead.
Right.
And do these big pile-ups that actually have multiple channels.
Right. Like the Marvel channel, all their shit. DC, all their shit.
You stay on Verve, don't you?
I do. But I mean, I've got like 10, 15 different things to pull from, which is why I like it.
See, I'm a simple man.
I've got options.
I like a few options.
I like my options.
I don't like to be spoiled.
I like you.
If I want to watch my anime that's just coming out, they've got the Crunchyroll.
Right.
If I want to watch some older ones that have been dubbed well.
So Crunchyroll.
High Dive.
Crunchyroll.
That sounds like some terrible radio show.
Okay, so Crunchyroll started off as its own streaming service, correct?
Yeah.
And then it was absorbed into VRV.
They own VRV.
Okay, they own VRV.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
And VRV essentially pays off these other groups set amount each month for them to stream a good portion of their stuff, a lot of their stuff now.
Third-party moneymaker.
So they're their own network, essentially.
Yeah. I mean, they've even added, like, if you're not into the anime thing, they've even added Boomerang and Nick Splat now.
I love Boomerang.
Yeah.
Is Johnny Quest on there?
Probably on Boomerang.
I haven't looked for Johnny Quest yet.
Oh.
Why? What are you doing with your life?
I need your login info.
Me too.
I gave you mine from DC, so.
I've given you nothing, but
don't tell people that now.
But anyway,
illegal. Is it? Well, fuck the law.
You're a cop.
Oh wait, shit! I'm supposed to be a cop. I still haven't been to the academy yet, so I'm not technically a cop. I just have a badge.
But you are deputized.
Yeah, more or less.
Keep moving on, Barney Fife. All right, let's go on to the next story.
Do not make me spit all over our expensive equipment.
If I didn't do a Barney Fife joke, I wouldn't have been proud of myself. You ready for the next story? Because I'm excited about this one.
Yes.
Okay.
Godzilla! Godzilla! Okay, so Godzilla, King of the Monsters. The second trailer has finally come out, and I'm so excited.
Wait, the second one's came out?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am, it has. Where have you been?
The first one.
No.
No. The second one's the one with all the other
Oh,
creatures.
yeah.
Okay.
Because
King Ghidorah.
The first...
Okay, it's the first one I missed.
Well, the first trailer came out. There were rumors of these particular monsters coming out, and
it's got my girl from Stranger Things.
Yeah. Do you know how weird it is to see her with hair? Is that weird?
Well, she had hair in season 2 of Stranger Things.
Yeah, but it wasn't good.
It wasn't that long. I love Stranger Things.
No, I love Stranger Things, but...
It sparks like nostalgia.
To watch it.
You do. You bastard.
I don't watch much Netflix.
Because he stays on VRV.
Pretty much. That or Funimation.
Oh, my God. Anyway.
Moving on.
Basically.
You and that damn basically.
I'm sticking with it for this episode. Basically. So we have the monsters finally have been announced. We have Mothra, Rodan, and King Ghidorah. I'm doing it too.
Mothra, Rodan, and King Ghidorah.
King Ghidorah.
King Ghidorah.
Now, actually, I found something
Godzilla.
really interesting about King Ghidorah.
Or as the certain aliens call him, Monster 00.
I like to call him Monster Zero myself. But
because you can say zero.
So apparently they're going to have 3 individual people playing the 3 individual heads.
Yeah, the 3 heads. That's great.
Yeah, I know. I'm really excited. Actually, the guy who plays the center head is actually going to be Jason Lyles, who actually played George in 2018's Rampage.
Oh, great.
Yeah. So
Creed loves the arcade game Rampage.
Yeah, that is a lot of fun. I love playing that game. The left head is actually going to be played by a guy who did motion caption for the PS4 God of War.
Okay.
IGN said that, and I started trying to figure out who it was. Yeah. Nobody else explains. That's the closest I've gotten. So these two, there's not a lot of info on them, and the right head is actually going to be played by a guy who worked on Tony Hawk Pro Skater 5. Not a lot to that. I mean,
so they're good at motion capture.
Yeah, they're really.
I mean, that's their job as a professional expert.
So I mean, they're going to have 3 different heads making 3 different emotions,
having different personalities.
So it's not going to be like mimicked and weird.
No.
So the same guy's not going to have to do it.
So they went all out on.
They did go all out. Yeah. So is King Ghidorah? Is each head have independent thought, or are like 2 of the heads like drones?
That's what
I don't know. I haven't seen. I don't remember. I don't know if they even explained it. I kind of quit watching Godzilla movies when it got really campy.
Well, okay.
When it started being geared towards children, I just couldn't get into it anymore.
Well,
Godzuki.
This is not the first time that all of these monsters have been together in a Godzilla movie. Ghidorah, the 3-headed monster back in 1964, and yes, I had to look that up.
Monster Zero.
Actually, IGN said it, and I went and checked it out and made sure it was right, and they were right. Apparently, this kind of feels like the same plot. So Mothra kind of convinces Rodan to fight Monster Zero.
Did you see Mothra? How they did Mothra? More menacing, more badass, more powerful looking.
Well, IGN again makes another reference, and this I do remember. Twins? See, that's what a lot of people were actually trying to figure out.
My wife was even wanting to know about the twins. She watched the Godzilla with Mothra in it.
Yeah.
And she likes the little twin girls.
Yeah, see, I always liked the twins myself, but instead, people are thinking that that's what 11 is going to be doing.
Yes.
So it's not going to be a twin, it's going to be one individual. Because in the trailer, there's one little scene where she kind of gets really close to Mothra.
Yeah, is Mothra male or female?
I don't know.
But anyway, whenever Mothra was in the larval form is when she got close to her.
Yeah.
So that could be her connection with them. Yeah.
That's a big baby.
Mm-hmm.
But wait, there's more.
More?
More.
Much more. That was perfect.
We should do that more often. We do it in every episode. So, I found something that IGN did not talk about in their little breakdown of it because I kind of watched a couple of different videos and the best one was IGN. Sorry, it is what it is. And a lot of articles that kind of went on to the exact same thing as IGN, so I just followed IGN's video. So, apparently there is going to be a little scene at the end, kind of like Marvel in the credits.
Yeah.
And there's going to be the continuance, you know, that feel for the next movie.
Yeah, with the Monarch
Godzilla
Corporation.
King Kong.
A lot of people are actually speculating that it's going to be King Kong. Well, so I started digging and I was curious.
They've already done King Kong.
King Kong Skull Island.
And King Kong and then after credits had a little cave drawing of Godzilla.
Yep.
And then Godzilla came out. And now Godzilla.
Well, it was Godzilla, King Kong, and then Godzilla, King of the Monsters.
Yep.
Yeah. So that being said, I went digging around IMDb. Okay. And just kind of willy-nilly scrambling through there trying to find the best way to figure out if King Kong and Godzilla were actually going to fight. And I found one.
Okay.
So apparently in 2020, King Kong and Godzilla are actually going to fight.
Are they going to fight each other or together, though? That's the big question, because they've been fighting these weird alien monster things.
Agreed.
They should fight each other first and then team up.
They
should both realize that their mothers are both named Martha.
But wait, there's more. Okay.
Why did you say that name? Insert meme.
So that being said, the IMDb actually has a Godzilla versus King Kong is actually going to be the name of the film, and it's supposed to be released sometime in 2020. 2020 seems like it's going to be all the good stuff.
I know. I need to stay healthy.
Yeah, so that way we can be around for 2020. But there's more.
Much more.
So not only is it going to be Godzilla versus King Kong, but they're looking like there is going to be Godzilla versus Monsterverse.
What? Monsterverse?
So what they're trying to do
is... The Universal Monsterverse?
Basically, yes. They're trying to... Well, not the Universal Monsterverse. No.
Okay.
They're creating their own Monsterverse. Now, there's rumors that these individual ones that they are fighting now are going to have their own movie each.
So I'm thinking normal size, 6 foot tall monsters facing off against Godzilla. How's that going to work? Are they going to like...
No, there's going to
Make my monster grow!
You mean more like the alien creature things from the Godzilla movie?
Basically, yeah.
So are they giants?
They're all Titans.
Okay, they're all Titans.
So this is all going to be kind of like Titan films. There's a new Titan coming out. Because there's several... If you've ever sat down and watched several of the Godzilla movies...
damages.
There's also another rumor going around that these aren't the only monsters that are going to be in the film.
I've heard that too.
There's several people that are talking about that there are several different other monsters that they haven't announced yet that are actually going to be in this film. And yet there's nobody but speculation.
See, I know in the first one that there were people that were upset because they didn't use an established Toho monster. They made their own monster for the villain, the Muto.
Yeah. So,
but I liked it.
Yeah.
I liked seeing something fresh.
It was okay.
It gives a good potential for a good tie-in.
Right, and they didn't waste a monster on their startup.
They kind of tested the waters to see if people would like it, and then they're like, they like it, let's go. So
they were pissed off with our original monster, so
yeah, we're going to change that and go back to the old school stuff.
But then again, there were people pissed off because in 2014 they went with CGI and motion capture instead of a man in a 200-pound rubber suit.
I'm not going to lie. If they don't make a reference to that in one of these movies, like have a Godzilla guy in Hollywood or something, you know, he's in like the suit running fast as he can and Godzilla's coming down Boulevard, you know, and it's like, oh God, you know, if they don't do something to that notion.
Oh God, help me. The real one's come to get me. I'm sorry I played you.
I didn't mean
But it's not taking anything away from the actors than the men who who did put on that suit, who did sacrifice their health to do this.
Actually, they had
it's not
dehydration.
They were bad. They lost, one dude lost like, what, 20 pounds?
14.
14 pounds in a
14
shoot?
pounds. He lost 14 pounds in a shoot, and it was...
And at that I mean, he's not a big dude to start with.
No, and he had to eat and eat and eat and eat to stay healthy.
He had to eat like Godzilla to play Godzilla.
Pretty much.
Yeah. When it boils down to it, that's what he had to do. Is they had a buffet for that guy, and it was like, all right, take your helmet off, go eat. And he's sitting there munching on everything.
I could be a sumo wrestler if I wasn't doing this.
Yeah, I know, because he was burning fat so quick. And, of course, I honestly...
That's just dedication to the craft.
Yeah.
And I respect that.
I can honestly imagine them putting a tube into Godzilla's mouth that goes to him, and they're just pushing in water.
Pushing in water and Carnation instant breakfast.
Instantly into the suit.
Drink up, buddy!
This is by far going to be one of the best things that has happened in the monster universe, dare I say, in a good long while.
Yeah.
If they actually do the King Kong, mix up.
Giant monster universe.
Yeah, it's what
human-sized monster universe. The first one covered.
See, I like the
kaiju verse because that's what they are. That's what they originally were.
But I mean, this is. I like the idea of them having their own universe.
I do too.
And being able to actually take on one another.
But it's done by Image Films, and they've been on a kaiju kick, and they also did Pacific Rim, and I'm just. Gypsy Danger.
Anyway, I have one simple question for the fans, and I want to ask, if Godzilla and King Kong actually do take each other on, who are you going with? How about you?
Godzilla.
Don't get me wrong. The ape is pretty badass, but I got to go with my man Godzilla. I'm sorry. He is who he is.
Can I just point out one thing I noticed in that
It's going to be a draw, though, I think.
That it took my brother pointing out for me to actually sit down and notice.
Your brother's a huge Godzilla nerd.
My brother's a dork,
huge nerd on anything.
Still, we were sitting there watching the trailer, and he's like, what the crap? Godzilla is running!
Yeah.
Never have you seen a Godzilla movie where he's not just boom, boom, but actually...
There is the older ones, though. He would scurry as fast as
but it was scurrying. This is like full leg, boom, boom.
That
like
World
a
Breaker
raptor
Godzilla.
Kind of run, or?
No, he was. I'll show you the trailer.
I saw bits and pieces of
I'll show it to you
trailer.
again.
Think original Jurassic Park, T-Rex chasing Jeep. Running.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
So anyway, let us know down below. King Kong, Godzilla, who are you going for? Do you think that there's going to be more? Do you think they're going to do individual movies? I mean, there's so many questions I could ask you, but really, just let us know down below what you like. Please don't forget to
like,
share, subscribe, and you've been watching Nobody's Listening. I'm Kyle the Irishman Morrow.
Alex Fatman Gregory.
James, still more hair on my head than Joe Rogan Leach.
Poor Joe Rogan. Anyway, we'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.
Deuces.
Did you say douches?